in Zindagi Rangon Ki. We're here to bring you this show where you will see all the fun stuff. We'll teach you new things. We'll tell you about stuff that you may not have heard before. And most importantly, you will get entertained. It's about bringing everything together under one roof for you and keep the show fun and different every time, so that every time you watch it, you don't know what's coming, but you do know for a fact that it's going to be fun, and a lot of fun stuff. And with that, I will introduce myself. I'm Hira Fatima, and I have here with me Maryam Fatima, my co-host.
Yes.
Hi, Maryam.
Hi, Hira. How are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm amazing because I love to be here at TAGtainment Zindagi Rangon Ki.
Perfect. Zindagi Rangon Ki, that's what we are. And I guess I'll just tell you because I want to give you an idea of what the show is about. I thought I'll clarify one more time. So this show is really about bringing fun stuff together under one roof. And most importantly, in addition to entertaining you, we also want to make sure that we provide you good information.
Exactly.
So make it a learning experience, but a fun learning experience for you.
Yeah.
So for instance, today, I'll just give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's happening today. We'll talk about some fun facts about Canada. I mean, we live in Canada.
Do you know enough about Canada?
I know, exactly. Do you know enough about Canada? So we're going to touch on that a little bit today. But then in all the future shows to come, we're going to talk about all these different things. I mean, last time we talked about what are the benefits of cucumber and what are the different types and whatnot. It was just to give you some information about it.
And today we also had a guest speaker. It was a yoga fit instructor.
Yes.
She came, she showed her techniques as well. So, you know, we have different things going on in the show. Our whole purpose is to entertain you for the time being that we are here. And you guys have to give your feedback to us, and you can see the information or where you can come and you can give us feedback. It's listed right below. So give us your feedbacks because that's exactly what we need, and this is going to encourage us.
Of course, that's going to encourage us. And we need to know how we're doing and what it is that you'd like to see more of. Maybe there's something you're interested in that you want to learn. Then obviously you want to tell us, right? So that we can put it on the show for you. And with that, let me ask a question, Maryam. I have a question for you.
Sure.
Tell me about some good deed you did today.
Oh, that's a very good question. You know, there's not one answer to it because I always do good stuff.
Oh, right. You're an angel. I forgot that.
Okay. Well, just because you asked, and it's funny how I remembered this thing. It happened today. I was getting off the train and I saw one lady. She had her luggage and she was walking, and then, you know, she was asking questions. She was looking for directions. And I said that, and then, you know, sometimes when you see people when they are lost, it's always good just to go and ask them that, you know, may I help you? Because
I know sometimes they're reluctant to ask.
Exactly,
yeah,
right?
That's true.
And I guess maybe she thought that no one will help her because everybody was running, right? Because when you get off the train, you have to run.
Oh, no, I
know. So I just went to her and asked her, I'm like, may I help you? And then she said that, yeah, I'm looking for a place. It's just by the corner. Would you be able to help me? And because I had some time, some spare time on me, so I said, why don't I help you? I took her luggage. We went down the stairs, and then I helped her carry her luggage. I went to her place, and then because she had an appointment, so then I just, you know, went to the reception and asked the person that her appointment is at this time, you know, and then she just the least she said that what can I do for you to thank you? And I said, you know, honestly, the only thing you can do is just give me good duas, and that's all I need. That's it.
I know. The reason I asked is because I wanted to ask this question and put it out for you guys too. What is one good deed that you have done today? Can you think of one? And if not, then maybe from tomorrow, or not even tomorrow, just from today itself, why don't you start thinking about doing at least one good thing every day? It's really going to make you feel good. And I am sure that must have made
me feel very good.
See, that's the point. And the reason I said this is because when you do something like this, it helps you stay happy. And when you are happy, and when you are happy from within, then it shows on your face, and it just makes everything much more pleasant around you.
Yeah, and your face glows out, and you know, when people are around you, they're also happy. You will see that if you are very cranky, if you're not in a good mood, then people around you will never like you. Right?
I know.
And they will always feel that.
Because then you give that vibe.
Exactly, right? So if you are happy and if you did something good, then why not, you know, think about it and acknowledge it. That's something that you always want to do.
I know. Just every time you go to bed, think about what was that one good thing you did today. because you've got to do one good thing every day. This is you know when they say eating an apple keeps the doctor away.
Yes.
I say you do one good deed a day and you'll be happy and you'll feel so content that you'll be fine.
And
Won't
that
get
will
sick.
keep the doctor away for you.
I think it does for me. I try.
So now, in the beginning, we talked about something about fun facts, and we asked you a question. You live in Canada. Do you know enough about Canada? So Hira, why don't you answer that question for us?
Of course. So this is interesting because I guess a purpose, one of the reasons we wanted to do this show was also to educate you and tell you things that you probably wouldn't have thought of thinking about just in general day life,
yeah,
right? And one of those things was knowing enough about Canada, right? Like we live here, but there are some things that that are so interesting, but not all of us know. So I thought that maybe we'll talk about one of those things.
This is actually very true, because if you think about it, we live in GTA, and if someone asks me something about, like, just, you know, today someone asked me, do you know a place somewhere in the north? And I said, I have no clue. I haven't even been, you know, I have been outside of GTA, but I don't know a lot about it.
I know, it's okay. So today we'll do the fun facts.
Okay.
And for sure, they're also going to educate you, like you'll learn new stuff, but that's really the focus of our program, to tell you things that you don't generally think of, or, you know, it may not occur to you that maybe, let me Google that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So number one interesting fact. Canada is the world's most educated country. Over half of its residents have college degrees. Did you know that?
That's
countries,
a lot of students, right?
I know. So of all the countries in the world, Canada is the world's most educated country. That's like, I mean, it says over half of its residents have college degrees. I know all the friends. Like these days, I feel that even an MBA has become
nothing.
Yeah, like,
I'm not going to say nothing. Of course, you know, you spend money.
I know, but
stuff.
like these days, before people used to have high school degrees and it was a big deal. Then the
to have a bachelor's, exactly.
Then the undergraduate degrees became a big thing, but then they normalized after some time. And now, before
a master's
MBAs,
degree.
I know, like, and now it's like MBAs are so common, or I wouldn't say common, but it's like everyone's so competitive these days that kids just want to, well, they're not kids anymore, but students just want to progress and prove themselves, and the competition is so tight that they have to do all this in order to succeed in life. And I think that's probably one reason why we're the most educated country.
But if you think about it, I have a feeling that later on, I think the PhD is going to be one of the priorities.
I know there will probably come a time when everyone's going to have their MBAs, and then the expectation would be that now you have a PhD to differentiate yourself.
Yeah, because now people can multitask, and it is true. It happens. You can work, you can run a family, and you can study.
I know.
The way how they have done, a lot of schools, they have night schools,
distant education, online
schooling. So it's very easy for everyone to get the college degree.
Actually, I think you raised a very good point. You know how they say Canada is one of the most world's most educated country. I think it's also because of all the facilities and the convenience that we have at hand. It's just so everything is so attainable.
Yes,
it's so easily, readily available that we can do it.
You can do anything. You know, you have access to internet anytime.
I know.
Now all the professors, they will put their lectures online.
Yes. So
everything is very easy now. Let's just put it this way.
Okay. Well, that was about Canada and education. Now let's move on to another one. You know how it's so cold in the winter?
It's very cold.
Can you take a guess? Can you take a guess on how lower the temperature would have ever gone in Canada?
-40.
All right, I will tell you a number. -63.
-63.
Yes, -63. So Canada's lowest recorded temperature was -81.4 degrees Fahrenheit, or -63 degrees centigrade in 1947.
This is very cold. And imagine that time if they didn't have heaters.
I don't know what they had at the time, but honestly,
fire.
Just like you think of the number 63, negative 63.
Negative 63 is a lot.
Holy macro. Like
We freeze in -10. Let's just put it this way.
or when it's wind chill of like, I don't know, minus
-3.
20, 25,
Yeah,
feels like it's awful. And if we're saying minus 63 recorded temperature, I'm sure feels like must be much
More than
lower
75
than this.
or, even more.
That just, I don't know.
70.
I had goosebumps. I literally had
cannot
goosebumps when I
believe
read this. I was like, I hope it doesn't happen ever again. I would just not be able to tolerate it.
This would be a lot.
Anyway, so we'll
This
move
is
on to
what
the
the-
next one. I know we're still
this is
feeling
one of-
cold with it. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one is Canada consumes more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world.
This is very true. Imagine how much pasta we eat at our house.
That's true.
I eat a lot. What my house, they make not that often, but we still make it occasionally once a month.
I know. Pasta is like so, it's just
Yeah,
so
it's so-
easy
so yummy.
and quick, and you just make it and
Exactly,
it's done.
and you can use it for anything. For salad, you can use it as a pasta with the pasta sauce. You can put Alfredo sauce. There's so many different sauces that you can eat it. Or don't put any sauce and just have it.
Guess what I made for dinner today?
Pasta.
I did. I actually did. Okay, one more. I'll tell you. Canada has more lakes than rest of the world's lakes combined. So
This is
think
very-
of all the lakes in the world, combine them and put them on one side, and then take the lakes Canada has and put them on one side. Canada would still have more lakes, like more lake area or water than the rest of the world.
This is.
Did you ever know that?
Well, I did know that because I learned in geography.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't really actually go to school to learn the Canadian geography or anything. But when I read this, I was like, oh my god, really?
Yeah,
That's a
there's
lot.
some things that we don't focus on, but when you're reading and you're like, is that actually true? It happened.
I know. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
This is crazy. Well, this is some good stuff that we learned about Canada.
But that does not mean that we waste water, because
Exactly.
water
This
is like, you don't want to do that. Don't leave your taps running when you're brushing your teeth. Like, that's not
This
the way
is
to
one
do
of
it.
the things that I would also want to ask everyone, that do not leave your taps open when you're brushing your teeth, because that's one of the things. Imagine of the people who do not have access to clean water. I think that will be.
I know. It's just
Right.
not good. Okay, I will tell you two more.
Okay,
Just because
is
I'm
those
feeling so good today, I'll tell you two more. Canada has the largest coastline in the world. So I know we don't have very many beaches to go to, or like warm beaches to go to, but Canada does have the largest coastline in the world. It just sucks that it's not warm water. It's very cold water. So every time we have to go to the beach, we have to fly down south somewhere or somewhere else.
That's
But
that's very
about
true.
it.
Yeah, imagine if the weather turns out well, and if we go to our own beaches.
No, but that's like global warming, and that's going to turn everything upside down. So
Okay,
maybe
so
let's not
imagine
hope
anything.
for that.
Okay, what's the last one?
Okay, last one. Yonge Street. We all have been on Yonge Street. We drive
Everybody.
by all the time. Do
It's
you
the
know
best
that
street
it's the
ever.
longest street in the world?
It's the longest street in the world.
It is. It runs from Union Station up to some place all the way up past Richmond Hill. I can't remember
Wow.
where it ends, but
It starts from
It is-
from Queens Quay, right?
yes, it is. I'm just going to tell you how long it is. It is 1,896 kilometers long. That's how long it is.
That's
And it's the
very long.
longest one in the world.
In the world.
So
These
I'm
are some
thinking,
good facts that we learned today. Thank you.
I know. So every time you drive on Yonge Street and you know it's packed and you know that you can't get through the traffic and whatnot, and you're upset and you're like, oh my God, I want to go. Maybe take a moment and think about how you're driving on the world's longest road or street, or however you want to call it. So this was it. This was all I had to share about learning about Canada. And I think with this, I'm going to ask you if you have another song for us.
Yes, I do actually have another song. This song was made on Eid, the festival from the Muslim people, they celebrate it. So the song is and in this song, we have our very famous actor, Mr. Salman Khan.
Of course, Salman
He's the
Khan.
best one, and he's such a humble person.
Yes.
From all his shows, we have seen it in reality and everything. And did you know that he came to Canada last year?
Well, I didn't know, but
He
now
came
I
to
know.
Canada last year. He came to Silver City, Brampton. He came for the launching of Dr. He came himself, and at the same time there was a launching happening for Dr. Cabby. That was the Canadian-based movie.
Yes, that one I know.
So he came here in Canada, and I had a chance to see him in person.
You did?
I did.
Oh
I
my
did not
God.
talk to him because he was so far away from me, but I was
But you
yelling
saw
his
him.
name, and it was just an amazing moment for me. So
Oh,
why
wow,
don't we?
well, I had no idea. But that's pretty cool.
It is. Well, there are a lot of videos that you can see on him that he came over here. So it was.
I know,
it
but
was-
you saw him in person.
I did.
That's what I care about.
This was one of the best moments of my life. I will say that. So why don't we go ahead and listen to his song? It's called "Devil Yar Na Mile." This song is a very beautiful song. I will say how should I say it? Well, this song is it's not a funny song, right? But at the same time, right when you listen to it, you want to dance on it. Just the music of it, and it has some rap from Yo-Yo Honey Singh. So it's just an amazing song. So why don't we go ahead and listen to the song before I ruin the whole, the mode of it. So let's go ahead and listen to it.
तेरे बिना किक मुझे मिलती नहीं तेरे बिना किक मुझे मिलती नहीं तेरे बिना जे मैनू यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले जे मैनू यार ना मिले जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां
हर शाम बेबी तेरे ही नाम बेबी आ तुझे प्यार करूं मैं सरेआम बेबी है इंतजाम बेबी कर एहतराम बेबी इरादे नेक मेरे ना कोई गंदा काम बेबी इश्क प्यार और वार खुले आम करूं मैं हूँ मुतासिर तुझसे दिल ये तेरे नाम करूं आजा मेरी बाहों में let me love you baby कहीं तू मुझसे ये ना कह दे
प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले जे मैनू यार ना मिले जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां
मोहब्बत भी करके देखी क्या पाया वो कैसे बताऊं दिल का ऐसा आलम था के दर्द दिल किसको सुनाऊं हाँ मैं हूँ तेरा गुनहगार मत दोहराना तुम अब की बार
जे मैनू यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू यार ना मिले जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां मैं मर जावां मैं मर जावां
Welcome back. Welcome back to TAGtainment Zindagi Rangon Ki. This segment is all about entertainment. And when I talk about entertainment, Bollywood dance comes the first thing, right?
Of course, Bollywood dance. Who doesn't like to get up on their feet and dance and have fun? Well, I know we had a fun show for you, but now it's going to get even more fun because guess what we have for you now? We have two Bollywood dancers.
Beautiful
right here.
Bollywood dancers.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us here
You're
tonight.
welcome. Well, why don't you tell us your names first? So we have our Celine and
I'm Celine, and
I'm Niti.
Neeti. Welcome to our show, Neeti and Celine. So tell us more about yourself. Tell us, how did you start and how did you become a dance instructor?
you can start.
Well, my name is Niti, and basically I'm a assistant for Niti Dream and Dance, and a course director too as well, and a choreographer. So basically we are like the real live dance performers team. Yeah, anything else?
Yeah, so we've been choreographing so I started off as a student at Niti Dream and Dance, and then I've been dancing ever since then. I used to do competitive hip hop and jazz and ballet before, and then I finally started doing Bollywood with Niti Dream and Dance under Aradhana, and then I eventually started performing, and now I choreograph there as well. So we teach the ladies. We've got an older group that comes in and little kids as well. So that's what we do.
Amazing.
So what do you do outside of dance? Like, do you go to school, or is dance is full time what you do?
Dances, well, I go to school and she goes to school too, and
What are
we
you
both go to
studying?
school. So I'm in grade 12, so I'm
you're
18.
so young.
Yes, I am. I'm a little baby. so yeah, and I'm also a photographer and videographer, and I work with the music management. So I do music videos and things like
You're a
that.
multitasker. You're very talented, I can
No,
tell
oh,
you.
that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
about art.
all of our
Yeah.
arts. Okay, what about Neeti?
For me, I'm a nursing student at
okay.
York University, so pretty much my time goes all the way there to my studying. So
How do you manage nursing and dancing together?
it's hard, but you know, when you love dancing, you kind of ignore the nursing aspect and go into
Take
dance.
all your
I wonder
madness
if your
into
parents
that.
are listening
Exactly.
right now. Does she study today?
I kind of skipped it today, but yeah, things like that.
Every other day.
Yeah,
Every other day.
but yeah, it comes along, you know.
Oh,
managing
okay.
it.
That's amazing to know. So why don't you tell us, when did what was the thing that told you, okay, this is the thing that I have to start, I have to do dancing? How did you come into dancing?
Yeah. When did you realize it was the thing for you?
Honestly, really when I was really young. It was just, I guess when you well, my mother, Aradhana, she's a dancer, and you know, when you, it's kind of like it passes on through generations, and yeah, I did not learn dance from her, no, but you know, it just comes along.
Okay, and what about you?
Well, to be honest, I used to dance to entertain my little brother who would cry. So that's how I actually started to dance, and I realized I liked it. Actually, no, my parents did, and then they joined me for ballet and hip hop lessons. And then what ended up happening was that I got selected for the competitive team. And so that's what
just
happened.
started?
Yeah. And then I just love our culture and our roots, that I would always watch Bollywood movies, or I'd be, dancing and
they're so
singing.
entertaining,
Right?
and
It's
you
such a
love- you have to-
feel good kind of culture.
Exactly, yeah.
So then in my school, I taught some of the girls how to do a Bollywood dance, and then I ended up joining Aradhana's dance school. So that's how I
That's pretty
started.
cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So let me ask you something. Do you have to still go to the gym then, or is dancing enough to keep you fit?
Dancing is quite the cardio.
Okay,
It is
that's what I
quite
thought
the
too.
cardio.
I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah,
just in case,
it's
but I'm
quite the
sure
cardio.
that's
Do
what
you
it
do
is.
any other workouts?
No.
Do you have
think-
enough time to do
No.
those?
So yeah, I would say exactly that dancing is the cardio, you know, it just is, we sweat a lot, you know, but
Do you and is this something you do regularly? So let's say on a daily basis, or is it more for like weekends and?
well, we do our practices every once a week, and if we do not get time, then the following week we just do a double hours of that.
Oh, okay.
And that's how we manage it up.
So right now, are you also learning to dance, or you're just you're being just an instructor?
I mean, well, we do. For myself, I do teach the kids and seniors, so there's a teaching aspect right there. But for us together, you know, we always learn from each other. I mean, she's a hip hop, I'm more of semi-classical and jazz, you know, so we're always learning from each other. So yeah.
I guess it's always a learning process, right? You learn new
Yeah,
things
and I
all the
want
time.
to. Right now, I'm stopped because I am working, right? So it's hard to balance like taking dance lessons and going to work to do filming because the schedules are so all over the place. But I want to learn Kathak because I think it's such a beautiful
It is
dance
so
form.
beautiful.
It is,
Yeah.
it is.
So that's what I want to do when I get some more time.
So you learned ballet.
I've learned ballet, I've learned
learned
jazz,
jazz,
and I've learned
When
hip
are you
hop.
going on Canada's next?
Top.
No,
I forget what it is called.
I don't think anytime soon.
Canada's Got Talent.
Canada's
That's
Got
talent.
Talent. That's right.
I'm
Yeah,
flying
where are
out to
you going
India
there?
soon, so I can't do that.
Are you flying to do something fun there?
I'm
or-
flying to do some filming there.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah,
Can you
I'm
tell us
going-
more about it?
Well, it's a little secret, but I am going to be working with a music composer who's worked with A.R. Rahman before. So I'm
Wow.
filming some of the behind the scenes footage for
That's
the music composing that they're doing. So that's what I'm going
Do
to
you
do.
sing as well then?
I have the biggest stage fright when it comes to singing. So
I'll
that's
just
only
make
for the
sure to
shower.
ask you.
I'll sing for you later, but not on screen.
So what are your goals? Like, what are you planning on doing? Because you guys are so young right now. What it is that you want to do in the next 5-10 years?
Do you wanna answer that first?
Take my mom's company,
Well, it's already under your name.
which is under my name, yeah. But I mean, like, I always wanted, yeah, it's under my name, but still kind
able
of
to
take
manage it.
exactly, right? Because I do love nursing but then I still want to go for dancing and just have a degree in the side hand, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you want to make dancing your career then?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Do
And
you
then
have any plans on going on Canada's?
Canada's Got Talent.
Canada's Got Talent.
Talent. We did try for it.
Oh, you did. Okay, that's very good.
Yeah, but then we all got busy, so then we kind of stopped it. And yeah,
Well,
It's okay. You guys are too young.
too young. You can. You
It
still have
happens every
time.
year, so you have lots.
hopefully
of
it
time.
gets better, and then we could go for it.
Yeah.
That's very
Because
cool.
there's always potential, right? So-
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we're also thinking of doing Daisy Fest next year.
Oh, Daisy Fest.
So yeah, I work for Daisy Fest as well. So
I know.
for your own self.
I wake up
keeps you
early and I
happy.
make some time. So
amazing.
do some yoga, so I'm not going crazy.
That's
Well,
very
just because you talked about, how do you take time for yourself? How do you take time for your friends and family? Because, you guys are already studying, you're
Yeah.
dancing. There's so many stuff going on in life.
That's to be really honest, it's so hard. There's school, and then there's work. And today I came from a meeting, and I like speed here, and then so it's very busy. And oftentimes I find my parents complaining, you're not spending enough time, but they understand that.
And they're proud of you. guys.
Yeah, I know at the end of the day, they're happy for what I'm doing, and I'm filming things, and it's great, but they just would like to spend more time with me. But I try to dedicate Sundays for them, but
Okay,
it
that's-
doesn't
that's
always,
a good thing. That's
so
a-
and
that's
we are going, before I travel to the south of India to do some filming, I'm going to go visit my family in Kerala, which is where my parents are from.
Oh, that's very nice.
So
they must be so
we're
excited
making
to
time.
see you.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna
what
be
about you,
exciting.
Neeti?
For me, I would say that these are my friends too. When you're dancing together, so there's never a part when you're, oh, I don't spend time with my friends and family. Well, family, it is another thing, because you're more time with dancing and stuff. But when you're dancing with them, it's a family right there.
Exactly.
So
That's good.
That's
and
very
and
good.
Celine, I just wanted to get back to you on the question of what are your long-term plans?
That's a very good question. See, I always seem to think that I have my life planned out, but it's not true because so many unexpected things happen.
All the time.
But I like that, you just kind of embrace it. And grade 12 right now, I've got some stuff planned for the summer, but I know that in the end, I want to get better at my skill of, acting and dancing and filming. So dancing is more of a hobby, but definitely I want to, 5 years from now, I see myself working in Bollywood. So
Oh, well, that's very
Well,
nice.
we will see you when you
that's
Good
become
luck.
famous.
We wish
thank you
all
guys.
the best for
Thank you
that.
so much.
And I think, I don't know, ma'am, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to know that you guys are so involved in dancing and the singing, and well, okay, not singing, but then everything that you guys do, it's a beautiful art, right? So when you actually look at yourself, because you just said you're finishing grade 12, right? So and that we also asked about your goals and everything. So what are you proceeding? Do you know, like for university, what are you going into?
I'm going into psychology.
Okay.
And so I got accepted to a couple universities, and that's what I'm going to be doing. But I am taking time off, because I have movie commitments in India that I have to do, right?
wow.
So
And how long are those commitments? Just
the shoot is, I believe, 40 days, but I have to meet with them in July and work things
those
out,
things.
because
That would be it.
I have to figure out how I'm going to
So
manage university
How
and
did you manage to
that.
get that? How did you manage to find your way to get
I
involved,
think
become
it's
a part of it?
God's grace.
Oh, that's
I
very
think.
nice.
So I don't know. I think it's just
That's
it just
good.
worked out that way.
It's amazing. Well, coming back to your dancing instructor, and so did you also teach dance to her?
To Celine?
Yeah.
I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, we're all choreographers, so I do teach her some, and then she teaches me. So once again, like, we're all learning from each other. Yeah.
How many hours do you teach dance as an instructor?
As an instructor, if you're for dance performance, like I said, we do once a week and stuff. But as part of teaching, the seniors and the kids, it would be probably like 4 hours
4
per
hours. And how big
per
are
day.
your groups then?
I guess you would say about 10 to 9 kids per classes
Oh, okay.
would be there. Yeah.
It must be fun to work with kids, right? Because they really want to have more fun.
Oh yeah, they're
than-
really energetic for sure. Running around, yeah.
So why don't you, as you said about the kids and everything, why don't you tell us some experience about, when it was very hard for you to teach someone some of the techniques? Did you have that experience or not?
It's hard teaching kids because, they don't have they don't know what jazz is or classical is. So getting every finger right, every hand movement or leg movement right, that can be really hard. And it could be frustrating because you want perfection, right? Obviously, to make these kids perform on TV shows, wedding, you want perfection. So it does take, time, and you do get a headache and stuff of doing that. But, you love kids, I love kids, so.
Just
So
makes
is
it
kids
easy.
harder than the
Seniors?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't understand what they're dancing to. So for me, expression is such a big deal that they don't understand what they're dancing to. So sometimes you just tell them, okay, smile, smile. But some of them are just there because their parents sent them there, so
Yeah, I
it's
know.
hard to work
It's
with
hard
them.
to work
But they're cute. It's fun. Some of them really are so energetic.
Yeah, they just want to do
that
it.
they just want to, so it's fun when those kids come along. It's fun to teach them.
Oh, okay.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for both of you for coming over here and
thank
giving us
you.
your time. And for our viewers over here, I just have to let you know that don't turn your TVs off, because right after this, Celine and her kids are going to be performing. So keep watching TAGtainment Zindagi Rango Ki.
दी जो चिंगम चबावे तू दिल का किंगडम चलावे तू यो जो गोगल लगावे तू मने घणो लुभावे तू कि तेरे सिवा सारे जग की मैं कि तेरे सिवा सारे जग की मैं कि तेरे सिवा सारे जग की मैं बहन बन गई कि मैं तो तेरी बहन बन गई कि मैं तो तेरी बहन बन गई कि मैं तो तेरी बहन बन गई सोनिया छोरे मैं तेरी बहन बन गई रे
ऐसे मैं भाया तन्ने इतना बता दे मैंने बावड़ी लाग ऐसे मुझको अरे मोम की बात ही आज बहन बन गई
कि मैं तो तेरी बहन बन गई कि मैं तो तेरी बहन बन गई कि मैं तो तेरी बहन बन गई सोनिया छोरे मैं तेरी बहन बन गई रे तू है लाजवाब तेरे जलवे हजार मेरा भी पता है मैं न मानू कभी हार तेरी मेरी दुनिया में बेहिसाब प्यार मैं हूँ एक एंजल और डेविल मेरा यार तेरे जैसा दुनिया में कोई भी नहीं जिसे ढूंढती नजर लगे तू ही है वही परियों की रानी हूँ मैं सबसे हंसी पर तेरे बिना किक मुझे मिलती नहीं तेरे बिना किक मुझे मिलती नहीं तेरे बिना किक मुझे मिलती नहीं तेरे बिना जे मैनू यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू यार ना मिले ते मर जावां जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले जे मैनू यार ना मिले जे मैनू प्यार ना मिले ते मर जावां
और जुम्मे की रात है और जुम्मे की रात है जुम्मे की बात है अल्लाह बचाए मुझे तेरे वार से
जानू तेरी मैं दीवानिया चाहे कर ले तू शैतानिया जिद पे अड़ जाऊंगी आज मैं अब करूंगी मैं मनमानिया नजरें तुझ पे मेरी ले लूं मैं जान तेरी पीछा ना छोड़ तेरा मैं यहाँ प्यार में दूंगी सजा मुझसे बच के तो दिखा आज तो जाने वाला है कहाँ
सारी की सारी है तू गोला बारी के मुश्किल है खुद को बचाना बाहें ना डाले मेरी जान निकाले उफ अल्लाह बचाए मुझे हाय तेरे प्यार से आंटी पुलिस बुला लेगी
आंखों का इशारा can't take it no more. तू ready तो मैं तेरी. लेकिन मैं तेरी कैसी? Oh no 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 no. तू ready तो मैं तेरी.
इस पे भूत कोई चढ़ा है खैर ना जाने ना अब तो क्या बुरा क्या भला है फर्क पहचाने ना Let's do it, छोड़ ना जाने ना तमीज तमीज तू बदतमीज तूने मुझे मारी तो दिल्ली वाली घास रे बेशरम ना जीन्स पहन के जो तूने मारा ठुमका तो लट्टू पड़ोसन बेशरम para 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 फुकी हो जा तेरा para 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 करेंगे बड़ी सारी रात para 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 सटकली रे सटकली ओ थोड़ी सटकली बदले जो किस्मत के ये तारे सटकली रे सटकली सकल अकल सटकली बाबा जी बाबा रे सटकली रे सटकली ओ थोड़ी सटकली बदले जो किस्मत के ये तारे सटकली रे सटकली सकल अकल सटकली बाबा जी बाबा रे
Welcome back to TAGtainment Zindagi Rangoki. I hope you love the song Devil Yarna Mile. And I had to actually tell you that in the last segment, Hira, when we were talking about Yonge Street, which is known to be the longest street, it starts from Queen's Quay, from downtown Toronto, and it ends all the way up to Vancouver. This is why it's the longest street.
Okay, well, see, that's one part I didn't know. And, well, thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was wondering about that too. I should
So
have checked
since
that.
we're talking about roads, why don't we talk something more interesting? What's the thing that goes on the road? The cars, right?
Of course, the cars.
The cars. So why shouldn't we talk something more about cars? I'm going to tell you the first car that was ever invented. It's very hard to explain which one is the first ever car that was invented, because everyone wants to claim, every country wants to claim that they were the first inventors.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I can totally understand why.
Yeah, because of the communication, the lack of communication that we had in that time. It wasn't as easy as now with the social media.
yeah.
Nothing. They had nothing to say or claim that they are the first ones.
Or to prove it in
Exactly,
some
to
way.
prove it.
Oh,
So
okay.
the first video that we're gonna see, the car we're looking at right now, this is known to be one of the first cars, and it's still running at the moment. You can see over here, he's trying to start the engine at the moment. Oh wow, look, he just started the car right now.
But I guess one point that I do want to make here is that this is not the first car. It is the one that's claimed to be one of the first cars,
which
so
is still running.
it's still
And
running.
it is still running.
Oh.
So this is one good thing that we kind of, that we're learning right now.
I know.
And
I
think,
didn't even know it looked like this. Like, look at the cars. Look at how cars look these days.
Yeah.
Fully loaded with all the fancy stuff, but these are so different.
so the main purpose of a car is we say it's a car, right? But the main purpose is to have something with wheels where you have a seat where people can sit. This is just the main,
I
this
know.
is what a car
and
is.
it has to be mobile.
And
of
it has
course.
to be moved. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to actually tell you the very first car, they said it was the first self-propelled road vehicle. France claims this, that they were the ones who made it in 1769. And it was made by Nicolas Joseph Cognat.
1769.
That's very long. We weren't even born that time.
Of course not.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So another electric carriage that they say, it was made in Scotland, and Scotland claims that they made it in 1832 to 1839. Robert Anderson, he's the inventor.
Okay.
So this
How
is
many more
another
do you
thing.
have?
I have more. So the first ever true gasoline automobile was made in Germany.
Oh, okay.
And it was made in 1885 to 1886. And it was made by Carl Friedrich Benz. So Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, okay.
That's, you can say Germany from there. Another one, this is supposed to be the first four-wheeled car. Now we're upgrading.
Okay, so now it's from 3 to 4 wheels.
Yeah,
okay.
now it's from our time, you can say it. It was also in Germany, and it was made in 1886, and it was made by Gottlieb William de Meer. And it's actually made by two people, and another name is William Maybeck, actually.
Oh, okay.
I can't really say their German names,
okay.
but this is what it is. Okay, so now we're coming from, let's leave Europe and come all the way to South America.
Oh, okay. What's happening here?
Now we're coming to North and South America. So the United States claim that they made the first gasoline internal combustion engine. And that was made in 1876 to 1995. And this is made by George Baldwin Selden.
Wow. Okay.
Keep
Keep going. This is interesting stuff.
And another thing that I learned, that United States claimed that they made the first successful gas-powered car. It's a four-wheeled powered car, and it was made in 1893.
1893. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is long before World War One, II, and it's made by Charles Igor Doria and his brother Frank.
I see.
So this was just, you know, just a brief timeline of what people said, that they're the inventors, and they were the first automobiles.
Okay.
And as we saw from the movie as well, right? Just the video we saw right now.
I know.
Okay, and now I'm going to tell you some quick things about these cars. Are their countries, their companies, and the cars itself, and people claim them to be the fastest cars.
Oh, fastest cars.
Fastest
Okay,
cars.
that's interesting.
Now, this is some very interesting. And the people who love cars, I'm pretty sure you guys are loving the show at the moment.
I know they're gonna be like, oh my god, I love
Cars.
cars.
Okay, then I guess after after I talk about cars, why don't you guys go ahead and watch some fun movie as well? Okay.
About cars.
About cars. So the first picture that we can see over here is this car is called McLaren F1. It is the fastest car in the world, and it is crowned to be the fastest for over 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. And they sell over 3 million of this thing. The second one we have over here is Bugatti Veyron, and the car sells nearly 2.5 million. And it is another fastest car. And I
For
just
2.5
million.
All right.
Wow. And I just learned from one of my colleagues, and he told me that the movie Ravan, Shah Rukh Khan actually used this car.
Okay, well, that's interesting to know. I had absolutely no idea. I guess it's probably by my responses you can guess that I'm not a totally car person. I'm just very
I know. I actually I never had an interest in cars, but just because, you know, I had to do research and find it for you guys, I learned so much, and now I love cars. I'll just say this way. Another fastest car is known as Lamborghini, and this is actually made after a famous bull who was killed. Okay, and this car company has so much power, and it says that they have anger, and it is supposed to be one of the main fastest cars, and it is basically the heart. That's what they claim it. And yeah, so another car that we have, you can see over here. Wow, look at that picture. It's a beautiful car. It's called Ferrari.
Of course.
Who doesn't know about Ferrari? Well, yes, Ferrari, the market share of 2.2 million, and it has about the watts of appetite of overall motoring fanatics. I know you're not going to understand it, but this is some stuff going with it. And they also say that a lot of mentions, you will see it outside their house. A lot of mentions. You will get to see it. Last picture that I'm showing you is from Mercedes-Benz. And this car is from Germany, and it has an engine for 621 HP, and it has 6.0 liters of, and the turbo is V12.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why it's one of the fastest cars in the world. I guess that explains it, and it's really more for the people who understand the mechanics of a car to know what it is.
And this car starting price is $215,500.
Great. All right. Well, I'm not going car shopping, so I can feel a little bit relieved.
I'm going to show you. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off right now, but I have to tell you something very interesting. Now, you know how we rely on trains, we rely on buses. If you want to sleep, you don't want to drive. Now, Google has actually made 6 cars around the world, and they are supposed to be self-driving cars. These cars are self-driving, as you can see in the picture. Well, I'm gonna talk. This is Google made it, and Mercedes-Benz made it. Mercedes-Benz is actually working on their car. It has a steering wheel, and it can drive. Now they're working on their precautions, and they're working that what can they do so it's not, it will be safe for accidents, for weather conditions, because we have bad weather conditions.
I know, especially when it's very icy outside.
Exactly. So the doors, they have doors in such a concept that you can, it's supposed to be a window. It's all touch screen. So this car is going to be a very famous car, but I don't know when is it gonna become more famous and when people can afford it. But these cars are called self-driving cars.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Maryam. This is very good. I mean, I was just listening keenly to understand all these cars and the information. I do want to thank you again for bringing us this information and obviously educating us.
Exactly.
And we'll end the show here with just one statement again. Try to do one good deed and it will make you happy. Try to keep going with it every day. It's going to make your day happier. It's going to keep you happier and keep you content.
And do not forget to acknowledge yourself, because when you do acknowledge yourself, you will notice, when you sleep at night and you think about the good thing that you did, it makes you happy. And when you sleep, you're sleeping happy, not sad or mad or of course, in a sad crying way.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us at TAGtainment, and we hope that you enjoyed our show.